Hello everybody, Sorbeaten here and welcome back to another past paper practice video. In this video, I will be tackling some measurement multiple choice type questions. So let's head straight into the first question. So this one says, the area of the trapezium PQRS above is, so we have a trapezium at the top here and they want us to find the area of this trapezium. So in order for us to find area of a trapezium, it's half the sum of the parallel sides, so half the sum of the parallel sides multiplied by the height. So we know it's half multiplied by the sum of the parallel sides. So we see the parallel sides would be these two. So this would be 8 plus 18 multiplied by the height. The height would be the perpendicular height, which would be the 5. Which is be half multiplied by 8 plus 18 is 26, multiplied by the height, which is 5. So half of 26 is 13 multiplied by 5. So 13 multiplied by 5 would give me, so 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 1 is 5, and 1 6, so 65. So the area is 65 cm squared, which is simply B. So this one says, the perimeter of a square is 48 cm. What is its area in cm squared? So we know the perimeter of the square is 48. So we know for a square, all the sides are equal. So if we add up all these sides, we get 48. To find for one side, we know it will be, so for one side, it will be 48 divided by 4. So 4 into 8 would be 2, 4 divided by this would be 1. So one side is equal to 12. So to find the area of the square, we know it's length times length. Say if one of the length is 12, it will be 12 times 12, which will give us a value of 144 cm squared, which would be simply D. So next question says, the item refers to the following diagram, which shows a compound shape made up of a rectangular and two identical semicircles, one on either side of the short sides. So the perimeter of the figure above in terms of pi is, so we want to find the perimeter of the shape. So to find the perimeter of the shape, so what we can do, we can find the perimeter of this piece here, and then we can find the perimeter of, well, the arc length of these two semicircles, which will actually total up to one circle. So let's go. So the perimeter here, we know from here to here would be 15. So we know here to here would be 15. So we can say it simply. So here to here would be 15 cm. So we know here to here will also be 15 cm. So all we need to do is find here. So how do we find that? So we know this entire thing from here to here is 27. So 27 minus 15, that would give me 2, that would give me 12. So we know these two pieces total up to 12. So this one side would be 6 and this other side is 6. So from this piece to this piece, we can say from here to here would be 6, which would be the same as the radius. So we found the radius. So now we can go ahead and find the arc length of these two semicircles. So since we have two semicircles, if we just find the perimeter of one circle, that will give us the total circumference of the two semis. So we can just say the perimeter of the circumference would be equal to 2 pi r. So we know the perimeter would be equal to 2 pi, and the r would be multiplied by the radius, which is 6. So this would be equal to 2 times 6 would be 12 pi. So the arc length of, well, the length of here and here will total up to 12. So we can say it will be equal to 12 pi plus, we add this 15, 15 plus, we add this 15. So 12 pi, 15 plus 15 will give me plus 30. So I clearly say I don't have any of those as the answer. So what I can do, I say I have to factor out a number here. So I can factor out the highest common factor between these two would be 6. So I factor out the 6 and I'm left with 2 pi plus, if I factor out 6 from 30, I'm left with 5. So I have 6 multiplied by 2 pi plus 5, and I can shift this wrong and say 6 multiplied by 5 plus 2 pi. So I see I have that answer there at C. 6 multiplied by 5 plus 2 pi. So my answer there is C. So this one says, at a party, a number of guests were served 15 liters of champagne. Each guest had 2 glasses of champagne, and each glass held 150 milliliters. Assuming no spillage, how many guests were at the party? So first of all, let's find how many champagne we had in total. Let's convert, make sure all the units are the same. So let's see, we have 15 liters. Let's see how many milliliters this would be. So we can use the same mnemonic: many Chinese dance, many days Hong Kong. But instead of M, we'll have liters. So we want to convert from liters, and we're going to milliliters. So we just put 0 here until we reach that. So 15 liters converted to milliliters will be 15 times 1,000, which will give me 15,000. Yes. So I have 15,000 milliliters of champagne at the party. So each guest had 2 glasses, and each glass can hold 150 milliliters. So I can do 15,000 divided by 150. There's 0, go with that 0. 15 ones 15. 15 to this will be 1. This will be 100. So I had 100 glasses of champagne at the party, and each guest had 2 glasses. So I divide this by 2, which will give me 50. So I can say we had 50 guests at the party, which is simply C. So I had to do some reasoning there for this question. So with that, this has brought me to the end of this video, in which I tackled some multiple choice type questions on measurement. And as you can see, and as you saw, some concepts came out. So I want you to use these concepts and keep practicing these kind of questions, and you will definitely get better. So I will see you in the next video, in which I will tackle some more questions like these. So until then, keep practicing.